The following broadcast may contain explicit language and adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. The opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the hosts, talent, and guests, and do not reflect the opinions, views, and standards of Pyro Media Enterprises, affiliates, subsidiaries, or its members.
Why do it?
My bad. I had the wrong audio setting. My bad. That was, shut up, Patty.
And you blame my internet.
I didn't say anything. You couldn't hear what I said.
I know. I said, but you will. I know you.
Well, you were late anyway, so how about that?
Ladies and gentlemen, it was me. I'm very sorry. It was me.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, now again.
Sorry, I rebooted my computer today, and so all the settings went away. I'm so sorry, but we're here and we're clear.
You need to take the vice of your shirt and talk to God.
It was nice having Kyrie on today. How about you guys? You guys had a good time with Kyrie? It was fun. We're gonna spend the rest of the hour with just me. Anywho, who's in the building today? Let's see who's in the building. Cupcake, my boo.
Cupcakes.
How are you, Queen? Michelle. How are you, Queen?
Michelle, my niece. How you doing?
Yes, thank you for coming on in. Keith Reynolds.
Keith.
Good morning.
Grand Rising, everyone. Curtis Johnson, what's going on? Curtis, Joy.
Yes, Grand Rising. Ray Bishop.
What's up, Ray?
Come on now. All right, ATL Torrance in the building. As always, we appreciate you. Oh, Bennett. Good morning. Grand Rising.
Yes.
Grand Rising. Yes. Who's in here? Mother is up and at 'em.
Mother, what's going on? Mother been up.
Oh yeah, she she was putting away making breakfast for trade and stuff.
Oh, that's why he was up so early. Okay.
Mm-hmm, that's what I heard.
You make some homemade waffles and an omelet
and some hot grits.
Hey.
Yes, because sometimes you gotta get them hot grits ready just in case they don't want to leave.
Well, the grits and the omelet. The grits and the waffle. That's too much carbs.
Too much carbs.
Carb city.
We're trying to have a good hot girl summer this summer. You know what I'm saying?
All the traders say, you're muted. Who? Me?
Oh no. This is old. These are old. I'm going back.
Okay. Oh.
We're good now. Happy Friday, Raymond. Marla, thank you for joining. Let's see.
We can yell.
Let me go past all this. Okay, there we go. I was about to come catch a flight, Kwame. Is you okay? Look, don't. I'm good. Don't worry about me. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yes, we're good now.
Yes.
Thought you were praised it. I'm about sick of you, Ray. I'm about sick of you. You've been saying some smart ass stuff.
Ray, this is slick.
He's slick with his mouth and his fingers just typing away. I see you, Ray. I still love you though. Hot mess. Oh look, good morning, gorgeous. Yes, good morning, gorgeous. Back at you, Queen. Yes. All right, Michelle says I love the energy of these two men. We love you too.
Back, we love you back.
Yanya, good morning, Pyro family. Yes. Yeah, we know, Bubba.
You know,
You ain't lying.
mother cooking breakfast. Yes.
Hey, Keisha. I see you, Ray.
Okay.
We watching you.
All right, straighten this up.
You can't straighten nothing up. You're homosexual. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Hey, you guys! If you guys want to go ahead and if you feel it so privileged and blessed, and if it's payday, go ahead and support us by sending us some cash apps right there at the bottom. You can get me at Kwame C86 and Kyrie at Candid Kyrie. Yes. We appreciate y'all.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you all last night who tuned in to Candy Conversations. Thank you.
Yes. Great episode, by the way, bro. Great episode.
Thank you. You know I love my people. My people.
You do.
I do.
You do. Hold on. I just want to check and make sure there's no breaking news because I didn't see anything in the queue, but you know how they are. Let's see. Breaking news. Oh, I mean, this is other white people shit, but I guess there's a little bit of breaking news. COVID-19 is no longer a global health emergency. The World Health Organization says. I don't trust them.
They just released a new strand 2 weeks ago, so now it's no longer.
Now, Kyrie, this is exactly why you're my bro, because you pay attention to the damn news.
Right. They just released a new strand of COVID and talking about now one of the symptoms is pink eye.
Talking about how it just infiltrated the United States, but it's not okay, that's fine, girl. It's not a problem.
Told y'all they make it up as they go along.
I don't want none of y'all touching me. I got antibacterials.
They don't know, child.
So I got something in today. If you watch Candid Conversations not yesterday, but last week, you saw Lysandra was on there, and I said that I was going to order her book, and it came in.
Oh, goody!
I want to go ahead and we love to shout out Black-owned businesses. First of all, I am loving this orange package. I'm not going to turn the other side over to my addresses on there. I don't trust y'all. All right, so comes a little card. Thank you. I appreciate your recent purchase of Boss Rights. Your support means the world to me. New merchandise will be on the website soon, so please check back. Also, please consider if you need a speaker, facilitator, or MC. Thank you again for your support, and I hope to connect soon. Lysandra Ewing. Yes! Get this, Boss Rights.
Yes!
I can't wait to dive into this. I'm going to read this this weekend. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, she put a little special message in here. Kwame, thank you for your support. I pray God continues to overflow you with blessings as the boss in you continues to make and open doors for more bosses. Love. Oh, we love you. Love you, Sandra. I got it. Praise God. Y'all go over there. Do I have it on here? I don't think I have it on here, but her website is
mywisdomflows.com.
mywisdomflows.com. You better know your friend stuff. mywisdomflows.com. You know we love supporting our brothers and sisters out here doing some good work out here. So go ahead and
Amen.
help them out. All right, y'all. Cupcake says I like that shirt. I do too. Look,
thank you.
Come on, Thickish.
Thank you.
Folks still dying in India, right?
Well,
right there, Ray. That's it.
From COVID.
All right, let's get into the show, y'all, because we got a lot to talk about today, and I want to scurry past a lot of what was going on, or a lot of what we usually go. Oh, I don't have a banner running. My bad. Go ahead and get on support right there. Oops, there's a lot going on this morning. All right, first up, we're going to talk about what's happening on today. But before we do so, we want to go ahead and thank one of our sponsors and our sister radio station, Bullet and Flight Radio.
This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio. Get ready to uplift your spirit with Bullet and Flight Radio, the world's leading progressive Christian radio station. Experience the vibrant fusion of gospel house music and a rich medley of inspiration from all musical genres that'll make your heart soar. Join their extraordinary lineup of today's trailblazers, visionaries, and voices that matter, all sharing their stories and wisdom. Stay plugged in around the clock as they broadcast unmissable content 24/7. Your go-to station for all things inspiring. Become a pilot today by visiting bulletandflightradio.com. Bullet and Flight Radio. Your story, our station.
That's right. Your Story Out station, Bullet and Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world. And if you haven't done so already, go support our bro, Kyrie Sanaj over there that has a new show that's produced by Pyro Media Productions and collaborating with Bullet and Flight Radio with The Takeover.
Yes. Now, and if you church kids, you all will enjoy this coming week's Tuesday show because it's the closeout of the girl groups, and I did all gospel girl groups.
Yes.
You'll enjoy that. And then the next week, all my Janet Jackson fans, you're going to love it. We're celebrating the Queen Janet.
Yes, because it's her birthday. It's her birthday. Yes. So definitely check it out. And also, don't forget to check out today's rundown and countdown of what's going on at Bullet Fight Radio because it's... That's right, it's Dance Party Fridays over there at Bullet and Flight Radio. Shout out to them. All right, you guys, let's get on into what's happening on today because we have a lot to talk about. Hurry up and load up. All right, praise God. It is Cinco de Mayo, and Cinco de Mayo is a yearly celebration held on May 5th of Mexico's victory, for Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. Led by General Ignacio Zaragoza, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the name, the victory over the French army was a moral boost for the Mexicans. Praise God for liberating. Yes, yes. All right. If you want to celebrate, go ahead. You know, you go to your local Mexican restaurant or local Mexican neighbor over here, especially if you over here on the East Coast, or excuse me, the West Coast. There's a lot going on over here. So happy Cinco de Mayo to our Mexican brethren.
Baby, fireworks are going off in LA.
I am not looking forward to tonight. I am not looking forward to. It's gonna be all over my neighborhood.
I love the mariachi bit. Now I do. Now my neighbors who used to have the full out band on their front lawn at 2 a.m.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't got to deal with that. You left. Good Lord. Hey Julia, thank you for joining. We love you, girl. Hey Major,
Major Boys. Good afternoon.
Why you upset, Major? What's up with the emoji? Good afternoon. It's Friday. You should be happy. You woke up today. Be grateful. Be grateful. Yes. Ooh. All right. Let's get into the birthdays of the day today. All right. First up, honoring the one, the only, Chris Brown. That's right. Happy birthday to you, sir. Christopher Maurice Brown is an American singer, songwriter, dancer, and actor born in Tappahannock, Virginia. I didn't know that was a place. He was involved in his church choir.
Amen.
And several local talent shows from a young age. Having signed with Jives Records in 2004, Brown released his self-titled debut studio album the following year. It peaked at number 2 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and was later certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, selling an overall 3 million copies worldwide. Happy birthday to you, sir. Yes, let's get into our honorable mentions. Yes, let's get into our honorable mentions. Darren Dewitt Hansen is a American choreographer, dancer, actor, director, and producer. Henson was a brief member of freestyle music group Trilogy and was featured on their single Good Times. You may also recognize him because he choreographed for NSYNC. Yes, happy birthday, you.
Yeah, but now I want to tell them, if you have the All Black Network, check out his show, Double Cross. I love that show.
Oh, I never saw that. All right, well, good luck. Well, happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday to Craig Ashley David, who is an English singer, songwriter, rapper, and record producer who rose to fame in 1999, featuring on the single "Rewind" by Artful Dodger. I love Craig David. I haven't
heard him in years.
Oh my, yeah, I haven't heard him in years either because I don't think he's put out really much new stuff. But I when he came out, I was all about him.
Now,
happy birthday, girl.
I saw him he was at somebody's party or something. He's still fine.
Mm-hmm. That's a fine man right there. All right, moving on. Raheem Devon, who is an American singer and songwriter. Happy birthday to you, sir. That's all I got.
What do you mean? You don't like Raheem Devon?
I don't know him. That's all they gave me. That's all that's in the damn thing.
But I mean, his music. Okay. But I mean, do you know him personally his artistry?
No, I do not.
He's one of the good ones. Yes.
I trust you when it comes to music. Now, I'm not gonna play no games.
He can sing. Yeah, he's one of the good ones. I saw him live in L.A. Him and Marsha Ambrosius.
Thais says, heard about Double Cross, Kyrie.
I've
heard about it too, but I haven't watched it, so I'll check it out.
I like it.
I'm off this weekend, so you know your boy. I've been waiting for this weekend for since my last first of the month. I usually take the first Saturday of the month off, but this weekend, honey bunny, I am off the clock. Don't call me. Don't you bother me with nothing at work. The door is closed. So I'll check out. I'll go around there and check out Double Cross. See how that is.
Yeah.
Simeon says Raheem is excellent. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Gordon says Raheem got the sexiest mouth in all. Oh, my God.
He is a nice looking brother.
Gordon, it's early. All right, y'all. My God. Let's go ahead and talk about somebody else who has some nice lips and a nice mouth, I guess. Kyrie's husband.
This episode is brought to you by Audible, an Amazon company. Partnering with Audible, an Amazon company, to provide you a 30-day free trial of their Audible Premium Plus subscription for our audience exclusively. You will get 1 free credit, or 2 credits if you're a Prime member, good for any premium selection titles you like, and it's yours to keep. The Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals, listen all you want, no credits needed. And you'll also get a friendly email reminder before your trial ends. To take advantage of this offer, you can click on the link in the comments or use this special QR code by using your mobile device. Audible, an Amazon company. All right, let's get back to the show.
All right. That was Kyrie's husband or ex-husband or whoever he is today, showing one of our sponsors, Audible, an Amazon company. Go ahead and use that link, or you can use the QR code that's on the screen. And if you're listening on Balloon Flight Radio, head over to pyromedianetwork.com and go ahead and grab the links and sponsor links over there.
Yes.
Michelle Holly said something I agree with. I think Jonathan Majors has a very sexy mouth, says Michelle. I agree with you, sister.
Does.
He has a very sexy mouth. I think he's overall very sexy.
That body.
I just need him to stay away from the Caucasus.
The snow bunnies.
All right, well, let's get on into the Pyro Media mentionables today. We have our good sis, the Phenomenal coach herself, Tasha Champion, who is having her 3rd annual Phenomenal Women's Brunch. You can go over to phenomenal.com/brunch23 because she only has a handful of tickets left. Like, literally, it's almost sold out. So I'm so proud of her. Continue to support her. It's happening July 8th. If you are not in the San Bernardino area, you can go ahead and San Bernardino, California area, specifically Fontana. You can go over to phenomenal.com and find out how you can support women and phenomenal women like herself everywhere. Also, we want to shout out our good sis, Hope Giselle, who has started her show, I Have Thoughts, right here on Pyro Media Network. And shout out to her, and it's doing really well.
That was a really good episode, debut episode.
Yes. And it looks like she has went from bi-weekly to weekly, because originally we started out saying that we're going to do a bi-weekly show, but we pre-recorded a show yesterday for Monday, and it is going to be lit. So I hope you guys, it's going to be hope. And so I hope my attorneys don't yell at us. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
It's gonna be very controversial, so enjoy that show, y'all. All right, and
I would love to have been in the comment section, but it's pre-recorded.
Oh, don't worry, she'll be in there. So and also this week was our 50th on Monday, our 50th episode on Pyro Power Hour. Thank you guys so much for supporting. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Yes. We're trying to do it. 50th episode of the year. Excuse me. I don't want to say 50th episode overall, but it's been the 50th episode of 2023. So shout out to my bro Kyrie, and shout out to y'all Pyromaniacs for supporting us. We are so appreciative of you. And shout out to Just Dominic for having a phenomenal sales on his single All Pray. Yes.
Congratulations.
That album, or excuse me, actually the album is doing better than Letitia Scott. All right, we're gonna move on.
That's so shady.
I'm just saying. Also, Thais and Signature Sayings by Thais has sold out. If I'm not mistaken, I think Thais only has
small.
A few smalls left. I don't know. You could buy a couple. Buy the rest of them out. You know,
small.
Put them together, stitch them up. Y'all are real crafty. You know what I'm saying? Get a sewing kit. You know, hang it up, put it in a frame or something. You know, support. 5 smalls left. Look at that. Won't he do it? Won't God do it? In the midst of trials and tribulation, blessings come through. In the midst of the enemy attacking, Thais is still unstoppable. Because God
is on his side.
God is covering.
Yes.
5 smalls left. Look at that. And they ain't from Party City. There's some good quality shirts.
Yeah, that's some good cotton. That ain't the cotton that cut you when you put it on.
That's that good cotton. That's where our ancestors picked up cotton, honey. That's some good cotton. Let me leave this alone. I'm going to be quiet. All right, let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Let's go ahead and get into the rundown. But the rundown is brought to you. Now, listen, I'm not trying to do no shameless. You better run, Thais. Run! Run for the Lord. I'm not trying to do any shameless plugs, but you know, Kyrie has really been on my back about making sure that I celebrate our wins. You know what I'm saying? And it is because of my bro that I even started this company. Because who has time when you have a media company, huh? Well, I had to figure it out. Praise God. So Lux and Noir and some new products. If you have not purchased any this week, go ahead because it is running out. I have already went ahead. We're marketing to other demographics.
Amen.
And they're selling out, and I want to make sure that they don't take it all. Okay,
get your coin.
Listen. I don't mind taking their money. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the new products, and one of them is Angelic Whispers, which has been created and added to the Luxe collection, which is our premium quality candles. Okay, go ahead and check that out. And also for this limited time only, we're almost running out. So you guys, if you want to get a candle for your mother, we've only made a limited amount of candles for this. It's called A Mother's Love, and it smells beautiful. Oh my God. I almost want to kind of keep it going, but it's a lot to make, and it's a lot. So go ahead and grab these Mother's Day gifts for your family, for your mama, you know, for that queen in your life, you know, or you could burn one for ones that have, you know, moved on and transitioned to the Lord, you know. Praise God. Be quiet, Cupcake. I need to speak to the manager about that candle. Inside joke. But y'all got some candles you won't regret. Listen. I'm telling you. We also introduced a bath and body collection as well, which we just sold out of the whipped body butter batch. So we just replenished it, so we'll be able to just continue to sell on.
Amen. Look at that.
God is good. God is good over here. You know, when the devil attacks.
Hallelujah.
We also are selling bath salts, so go ahead and check that out. If you want to have, you know, you dealing with, you know, the kids, you know, they're getting on your damn nerve, you know, that you need a moment, you know, your trade broke your back, you know, you need to soak, you know, use some of these bath salts. It smells delicious and it's really good. It's good for your soul and your body. Okay, we got some relaxation, refresh, and take it easy. Okay. And with body butter is there. So go ahead and check it out. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting because, you know, without you, what are we going to do? Right? All right. Who was that? What the hell's going on? But yes, you guys can go ahead and use this QR code, or you can go ahead and use the link that is inside the chat right there. And if you are listening on Bullet of Flight Radio, head over to pyromedianetwork.com or luxandnoir.com for your candle needs. Thank you so much. I'm trying to become the candle king. You know what I'm saying?
Do it.
Self-care king out here, you know? But let's get into the rundown. We got a lot to talk about, and the power pack is packed on today. So we're going to go ahead and run down this mess. First up, off-duty Walmart worker from Florida. Ooh. It's always Florida. Look, every time I see a story and it says Florida, I know. Or even if I see a story, my first instinct, it's from Florida. Stay away from Florida. Except Miami. An off-duty Walmart worker from Florida has been charged with murder for allegedly shooting and killing a customer in front of his family as he bravely tried to protect a female store employee during a brawl, officials said. Tyrone Sterling, 22, has been arrested for Tuesday afternoon shooting at suburban Fort Lauderdale. Take a look.
A shooting inside a Walmart in Broward County. It happened this afternoon at the store on North State Road 7, Lauderdale Lakes. One person airlifted to the hospital, critical condition. Deputies say that victim shot multiple times. The shooter ran from the scene, later, though, captured. Now under arrest, facing charges.
My God. What is going on?
People are losing it. I don't understand. But he was off work that day. They agreed to meet up. So they met up why they met up at their job, I don't know. He asked to see her phone. Somebody texted her. She wouldn't let him see the phone. So he got mad and upset. And I keep saying, that's what I always say, men are emotional, even though they love to say they're not. Yeah, you are. Straight men, you're emotional. So she would let him see the phone. They got into an argument, and he started hitting her, and customer, so, trying to intervene and help the sister out. He got upset and took the gun out and shot him. Start shooting.
And you shoot this man in front of his family. Like,
Now I'm not victim blaming at all, but I always say, I'm mad my business. I learned my lesson.
No, because
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson years ago. This was when I lived in Chicago. Eddie might remember this. So it was by his house. But anyway, lady at the gas station. I mean, this man was molly whopping her. So this dude comes out of the gas station, and he's gonna say today, the woman who was doing this tells the man, "Man, your MF business. You ain't got nothing to do with this." I said, that's why I don't get involved. But I feel sorry for that man that got shot. He was trying to do the right thing.
Domestic disputes are the most violent. I stay out, but I'll call the police. You gotta do something. Yes, Kyrie, folks. I agree, but then if you see this the problem. Hey, BBJ, thank you for joining. Here's my issue with that, because I agree. I don't think, I'm not trying to be nobody's hero. You know what I'm saying? I saved that for Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. Okay, that's their job. But for me, it's like, on one hand, people will sit there and they see somebody, getting attacked. They see somebody, especially one of our queens, and then they're like, "Oh, well, you guys didn't do nothing. Look at all those black people that were there, or black men that were there. You don't do nothing." So it's kind of a catch-22. It's like, you're damn if you don't. So, but it's like, at the same time, he would have probably not been shot or dead had he not intervened. And so it's kind of like, where's that balance? I think we need to figure out what to do about these damn guns.
Well, like I said, they're not going to do anything because the government is getting money. They get kickback. I saw my cousin get stomped by her man. I didn't get involved, and I got to. Well, now, I don't know about. He didn't have a weapon. I don't intervene in that one. I don't know if I could watch a family member just sit there and get their ass whooped. I can't.
No, somebody getting stabbed.
He would. But if he didn't have a weapon, yeah.
Nah, I can't.
But he said, I called the police. Okay, I hope the police came and got him. But the fact that he did that in front of you all, her family, that's bold.
Yeah.
Exactly, ATL choice. Yeah, but that's bold. If it's a little one, I'm getting in. I'll be right.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, y'all. Well, let's move on. Prayers and going out to his family. That's crazy. Yeah, Thais said I think you have to assess each situation case, but I agree, Thais.
Yeah,
it's a struggle. It's a struggle. All right, let's get on this bitch. Oh God.
I did not understand this at all, but y'all love her. Y'all go in.
I don't even know why this is in the docket. Anyway, fans have mixed thoughts on North West waiting outside Monday's Met Gala as Kim Kardashian walked the red carpet. Netizens shared their reactions to a now viral clip. Hold on one second. This is off. Okay, there we go. Shared their reactions to a now viral clip on TikTok that sees the 9-year-old standing by herself as her mother poses for photographers just feet away. Quote, Kim just left North on the street, the caption read. It should be noted, however, that several handlers and bodyguards seem to surround Northwest. The Skims founder admitted North was actually in the car, and she and the Jenners descended upon Manhattan's Metropolitan Museum of Art. Evidently, she needed a breath of fresh air. In addition to North, Kardashian shares son Saint, who is 7, daughter Chicago, who is 5, and son Psalm, who is 3, with ex-husband Kanye West. What are your thoughts?
Why does she keep putting this girl in the spotlight who looks like a combination of her and him? Now, you can see Kanye's head and face, but you can see her features before the plastic surgery, the original Kim. She's really a combination of in this picture. But anyway, why was she there is my question.
Yeah.
Yeah. A 9-year-old.
I don't know.
But I think Kim does a lot of things on purpose to aid Kanye, because Kanye has specifically said he does not want his children in this business, in the spotlight. But you keep throwing her out there.
You can't stop that, though.
Well, that's his daughter. I think he has a say.
He has a say, but I'm saying you can't stop. They are already in the public eye since birth because of who their parents are.
Yeah, but purposely having her doing TikTok videos and all this stuff, you can stop that. But Kim doesn't have a problem with it.
I don't know.
Exactly, kid. That's it. Why you keep trying to trigger Kanye?
I agree, Michelle. She is a pretty young lady. I think she's gonna grow up to be a very pretty young queen.
She is, but yeah.
North is running that house, baby. She just like her dad. I bet she. Listen, I don't care too much about Kim Kardashian. So I mean, y'all have at her on this opinion. I can care either way. The girl was surrounded by 17.
Her having a 9-year-old at the Met Gala. I'm like, that is just not a place for children. Listen. And what was the point of taking her if she couldn't even go in? First of all,
we're talking about Kim Kardashian. She's not exactly the mother of the year. So why are we surprised by this?
She ain't the mother of the hour. But why
the minute?
You bought your daughter a plane ticket. Well, maybe you flew over a private plane. I don't know. But you all flew to New York to this event, and she couldn't get in. This is why Beyonce keeps saying this is from Kim. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. So, British singer Ed Sheeran didn't steal key components of Marvin Gaye's classic 1970s tune, Let's Get It On, to create his hit song, Thinking Out Loud. A jury said with a trial verdict Thursday, prompting Sheeran to joke later that he won't have to follow through on his threat to quit music. The emotions of an epic copyright fight that stretched across most of the last decade spilled out as soon as the 7-person jury revealed its verdict after 2 hours of deliberation. Take a look.
A victory for pop star Ed Sheeran in the fight over whether he used key parts of the Marvin Gaye hit Let's Get It On for a hit of his own.
Take me into your loving arms.
A federal jury in New York ruled Sheeran did not violate copyrights with his song Thinking Out Loud. The estate of the co-writer of the Marvin Gaye hit sued Sheeran, claiming he had used the song's key components. After a 2-week trial, the jury ruled in favor of Sheeran. Hear what he had to say after court.
I'm obviously very happy with the outcome of the case, and it looks like I'm not having to retire from my day job after all. But at the same time, I'm unbelievably frustrated that baseless claims like this are allowed to go to court at all.
Sheeran argued many pieces of music use the same chord progressions called into question in this trial, and said more suits like this are a threat to songwriters and the songwriting industry.
Now, I don't understand. I personally, I enjoy Ed Sheeran's music. I have an eclectic music collection, so I've enjoyed Ed Sheeran's music. But I don't know how I feel about this particular situation, because I want you guys to listen to the comparison and see why people had concerns about it. Take a look.
Baby, my
trying to hold back this feeling for so long.
heart could still fall as hard at 23.
And if you feel like I feel, baby,
And I'm thinking about how.
What are your thoughts?
So, I don't understand how the courts, at that time heard Pharrell's sample of Marvin Gaye, because I never did hear it. But this is clearly Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
But you all didn't hear it. Okay.
I can hear it.
Yeah,
I can hear it.
The chords, everything. That's all that. Yeah.
It's at the very minimum an interpolation, like at the very minimum. But you can hear that. It's
all
extremely
day.
Close. And yes, I agree to what Ed Sheeran was arguing in regards to how that how the progressions and the chord progressions are very similar. It's used around it because Marvin Gaye was just, a pioneer in that, right? There was just those things that he did was just something that a lot of musicians today utilize in terms of the techniques and things that are going on. So I hear that, girl. Like I hear similarities.
He heard it too. He know where he got it from. Stop it.
I mean, and I like Ed Sheeran. I don't know what the problem is. Like, why can't you just be, hey Pam, how you doing, Pam?
Hey, Pam I can hear it. However, it must not reach that threshold to be considered copyright perjury.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say because and I love that Pam is out here because Pam is an actual attorney. But there is, for those who don't know, and when I was going to audio school for audio production, there is a threshold that has to be hit in order for it to be considered copyrighted, or copied, or stealing, or what have you. So, which is why when you hear things that Mother actually did this technique on Facebook before. He moved his show onto YouTube when he would play music. This is for those who are not new to the Thai Squad. This is like back in the day when Mother was doing shows on Facebook. He would play music, but he would talk over the music to kind of blur everything because then the algorithm would hear it. And so that's one of the things I was a little concerned even about playing these things because Marvin Gaye, they will take your show down. If you play any Marvin Gaye song, a Marvin Gaye song, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, those songs, it's very will come up right up on stuff. It's crazy.
I was like, when I did,
artists always do this and then play dub.
always do that. Yeah, they do. When I did my show for Black Music Month, I got all type of copyright strikes.
Oh, listen, it was crazy. That was a terrible time. So it's like plagiarism in literature, using things without paying homage or giving acknowledgement.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Don't play Beyonce, child. Oh. Listen, Beyonce with her coins.
Mama ain't having it.
Candace said the jury is deaf. Listen, I don't know how y'all didn't hear that. I heard it, child.
Or Ed Sheeran promised them all concert tickets.
Probably. But hey, girl, good luck. Make your music. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever. And if I was on that jury, I would rather watch paint dry. Pam, since you're here, Pam, I sent you an inbox message on Wednesday. Please check your messenger. Check your messenger.
You know she booked the busy, honey.
I know she is. Damn, traveling the country.
She traveled the world, honey. She got to get these people locked up.
Good.
Okay? She doing the Lord's work. Pam don't got no time to be checking no inboxes, Teddy.
Good.
But please do. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the next thing. A Texas woman is accused of knocking off her 5th husband by poisoning him with insulin nearly 5 years after she fatally shot her then fiance, allegedly in self-defense. Sarah Hartsfield, a 48-year-old former U.S. Army sergeant, is accused of murdering her diabetic husband, Joseph Hartsfield, by shooting him up with high levels of insulin and then failing to call 911 until it was too late, according to multiple reports. The 46-year-old's insulin levels were extremely high about 4 to 6 hours before his wife dialed for help. In the January incident, officials told ABC 13 in Houston, it's always Texas. It's always Texas or Florida.
Oh, wow.
Adding that his glucose monitor had sounded an alarm long before she attempted to seek aid. Take a look.
Also new at 5, the Chambers County woman who has been married 5 times and is accused of killing at least 2 of her exes, including one in Beach City in January, pleaded not guilty to her husband's murder.
Sarah Hartsfield's bond is also set to be reduced $500,000. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry was in the courtroom this afternoon and joins us now from Anahuac with the new details.
Sarah Hartsfield appeared in a jumpsuit in Chambers County Court Wednesday via Zoom and pled not guilty to the murder of her 5th husband, Joseph. Her lawyer asked the court to lower her $5 million bond, but objecting, Chambers County's top prosecutor grilled Hartsfield about her past, including the 2018 fatal shooting of her fiancé, David Bragg, in Minnesota. That shooting, initially ruled self-defense, is now under investigation again. And a 2021 murder plot, when court documents state the FBI investigated Hartsfield for allegedly asking one of her ex-husbands to travel to Arizona to kill the new wife of another ex-husband.
It's unfortunate that the judge didn't lower the bond to be more reasonable. However, as you heard in there, the discovery is lacking in this case. There's no medical examiner report. There's no police report. And so we're just working with what we have right now.
New court documents obtained by KPRC2 News allege Hartsfield didn't call 911 for an hour after she found Joseph Hartsfield unresponsive on January 7th, after a phone app allegedly notified her several times of his low blood sugar. The diabetic's sugar levels dropped dangerously low before medics rushed him to this Baytown hospital. Despite treatments by medical staff, nothing could save his life, and he died a week later. Joseph had just made arrangements to stay with another family member, telling them he planned to divorce Sarah, according to documents, and told several family members he feared Sarah would kill him.
His fear came true, and she probably had policy.
Yup, right. She won't get it now. Yeah, the first thing that y'all started talking about was Black Widow, honey. Absolute Black Widow. Demon Widow, Michelle says. Say, James, how you doing? They just said, just be bumping them off.
Right.
An amphibian. Simeon thinks he's a Marvel villain. I died. Cupcake says, on behalf of Texas, we don't claim them. Okay. Y'all got craziness going on over there, too. It ain't just Florida. So Def says, y'all are going to stop thinking these white women are victims one day. That's what I'm saying.
Say, listen.
My God, on today. Gordon says 5 times it's something in the water in Texas. That heifer might get off. She's a Karen. She might get off. I agree.
5 times, I can't even find one. And this ugly bro got.
That's what I'm saying. You snatching up and killing all the men off. Share the wealth. God. Jesus. Anyway. Good luck, girl. Or not. All right, this one. The brat and her wife spoke about why they chose a white sperm donor to conceive their first child. Quote, we didn't have a lot to choose from, the brat told The Root. Brat said that the only black donor presented to them looked like Jiminy Cricket. The rapper Da Brat and her wife, Jessica Depart, have shared why they chose a white sperm donor to conceive their first child. Quote, we didn't have a lot to choose from. He definitely wasn't black. Rapp told The Root in an interview published last week. The couple who married in February 2022 said that they started with a few thousand candidates, but once they ruled some out based on DuPart's genetic screening, they were left with 300 potential donors, and only one was Black. Thoughts?
Now, the reason I can get with, and I understand there are not a lot of Black sperm donors, but I think the brat messed it up, and that's what people focus on because she said, well, he liked Jimmy Cricket, which is like made it look like that's the reason they didn't choose that one.
Right, and she also said this part, quote, I think we did a great job with picking, she said. He's handsome, he's tall, and I think he's going to look beautiful with my wife's egg.
Well, I mean, and like I said, there's not many Black donors, and you do want the best you can find. Her words, I think Brad should just shut the hell up and should not have said anything. She should let Judy talk. She should just let Judy talk. Because Judy came on, and Judy on her Instagram, she explained it all, which Judy made it all make sense. Yeah, the brat should not have said anything. That's what I feel.
St. James says, I don't blame them.
Well, I mean, they're not. Yeah, so she knows plenty of Black singers, actors, and athletes that would have dropped them off a sample. Well, hopefully it'll be more healthy. Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Right.
Because at the end of the day,
funny and dropped them out. Yeah, the brand dropped them out. That's
yeah,
all.
That didn't land, honey. But
Judy's explanation brought it home, and she made it make sense.
I personally, what I don't like though is the fact that people, because of what she said, that people are making it seem like she's colorist and all that stuff. Like, I don't like the backlash that she's getting because I feel like she had to make a decision for her family, right? And so if that is all that was presented to her, then it is what it is. But I will say you did not help the conversation about colorism, girl.
Right, she did not. But
for someone
the people that's giving her backlash, as pro-Black as I am, I know it takes more to just have a baby with someone just because they're Black. No, right? You need to have other place.
Yeah, I agree with that, and also I also think that with someone who has been influential in the culture as the brat has been, I don't understand why that wasn't thought of a little differently. You have to be careful what outlets you talk to, and how they're going to run with it.
But what was she going to do? This is a 49-year-old woman still calling herself the brat.
Right, but I don't care if you're the brat or the adult. You need to understand that you need to not say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be careful how you.
Well, then I agree with.
She's in media, so it's not like she's on Dish Nation. She knows how things get interpreted. She should know. She's media trained, so this is not.
Is she really?
She should be. She's a media host. She's been doing it for years. That's her only job. She's on a reality TV show with her wife.
Now that's it.
You know how it is.
Reality TV. Well, yeah.
Child. Whew. Good luck, girl. I just hope I pray that the baby comes out safe and sound and
healthy. Exactly.
And healthy. That's all I care about. Because I'm still celebrating the fact that she is pregnant and that she, it's like one of my cousins.
And
celebrating. Yeah, girl. And I pray that you have a safe delivery as well.
Yes.
So moving on. The mother of the man accused of shooting 5 people in Midtown Atlanta said he was angry that doctors wouldn't give him Ativan, an anti-anxiety drug. Take a look.
So, Alex, Christine, we don't have a motive tonight, but the suspect's mother did give an interview to the Associated Press where she said, quote, he had some mental instability going on, unquote. Furthermore, she said that there was some medication that he had started last week, and she said that could be the culprit leading him to some of his actions this week. Take a look at the mugshot. He was booked into jail last night. This 24-year-old Dion Patterson. Patterson was on the run all afternoon yesterday before the cops eventually caught up to him near Truist Park. That's where the Atlanta Braves play. We got aerial video as well as police arrested him without issue last night. Police say that he faces 4 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of murder. He was originally scheduled to appear before a judge this morning, but Patterson waived that appearance. Investigators say that he was booked in the jail's medical observation unit. His mother told the AP that he had been dealing with anxiety and depression ahead of the attack. Today, doctors shared an update on the 4 wounded victims.
Physically, they all have a ways to go. I think psychologically and mentally, we have to also remember that, the impact on them and their families. You know, you can't underestimate how traumatic this is, and they have a long way to go.
And today we also learned a little more about the one woman who was killed in the shooting. It is 39-year-old Amy St. Pierre. She's a CDC employee who leaves behind a husband and 2 children. Alex, Christina.
This is just terrible.
It's sad.
It's
sad.
It's terrible. I don't have much else to add to the conversation other than it's just a horrible situation.
It's sad, but I do not excusing anything, but I really believe this is a case of mental illness.
But they're not going to view it that way.
And that's a shame because he has records of having mental illness because he was dismissed from the services.
Right. But what they're going to do, what the right is going to do, and what right-wing politicians are going to say is, well, instead of actually looking at the fact that we have a mental illness problem within the nation and we have a gun problem, they're going to use this to justify the fact that we have a situation where we need more guns, where we need to figure out why, because they're not going to look at this as a mental health issue. They're going to look at that he has a record because he's black,
right? But it is different because they'll say
mental health doesn't apply to us.
If he was white, they would say mental health all day.
Yes,
because they used that before.
Right.
But this is clearly, like I said, it's clearly because it's a record. There are records of him being mentally ill, which is why he was dismissed from the service.
And personally, this is a poster boy for what we've been talking about.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Major says it's a lot of mental illness running around here with guns and no permit is now being made laws in some states ain't helping.
It's not.
Gordon says I wouldn't. Go ahead, Kyrie. I'm sorry.
No, I wouldn't just walk in the South, let alone commit murder. He's gonna need that Alabama to deal with life in prison. So yeah.
And I live in NC, North Carolina. It's on the floor now. Jesus. So Def says the government will not take accountability for this. They train civilians to be killers of war and do little to rehabilitate them back into society. You know what? That is a word, So Def.
That is. And the government, and I blame the government because the government is the one who took away mental health facilities. But they shut down a lot of mental health facilities in a lot of cities.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not even going to get into that because I could go on and on about what the VA does for people who have served prior. But I'm gonna leave that alone. This bitch. Dee Snider has been dropped from the lineup of San Francisco's official LGBTQ Pride festivities after Twisted Sister founding member expressed support for a, quote, transphobic statement shared on social media by fellow 80s rocker Paul Stanley of Kiss. Take a look.
You're Not Gonna Take It was chosen as this year's San Francisco Pride Festival's unofficial rallying cry, with frontman Dee Snider set to perform on the main stage. That idea has been scrapped since Snider tweeted support for a statement from Kiss frontman Paul Stanley that's been considered transphobic. On Sunday, Stanley tweeted in part, With many children who have no real sense of sexuality or sexual experiences caught up in the fun of using pronouns and saying what they identify as, some adults mistakenly confuse teaching acceptance with normalizing and encouraging a situation that has been a struggle for those truly affected and have turned it into a sad and dangerous fad. Snyder weighed in, tweeting, "You know what? There was a time when I felt pretty too. Glad my parents didn't jump to any rash conclusions." Well said. The executive director of SF Pride said that this mischaracterizes gender-affirming care as a trend.
There were always trans people around from the start of time. There have been trans people. There were trans people when I was a kid. You just didn't know it, you know? I looked like the basketball player and you thought I was a boy. I wasn't. But I couldn't tell you because I was afraid. And I don't want us to return to that kind of society.
SF Pride released a statement saying with transphobia proliferating and becoming more and more enshrined in law throughout the country, we have to stand up for the most impacted among us. We have mutually agreed to part ways, but appreciate Dee seeing this as a teachable moment and a reminder that even allies need to be educated to ensure that they are not casually promoting transphobia.
Thoughts?
Child, I'm so sick of. Let me bring it in. I don't think that was transphobia at all. Actually, I agree with what Paul Stanley said. When it comes to children, I don't think children should make a decision or parents should make a decision. And like I keep saying, we could learn the lesson from Jazz, the girl that was, when she first saw Oprah, and now she's an adult. When she did her transformation operation, the doctors almost couldn't do it because her parents had put her on the hormone, whatever they put her on, and it messed up. And so her penis didn't grow as a child, so they couldn't really do it. You can mess up a child like that. I think a child should make a decision once they become an adult. That's what I think. And I think that's all Paul Stanley was saying. And Dee Snider was saying that's what he agreed with. I'm glad my parents didn't make a decision because he probably would regret it. Because there are a lot of people who have made decisions who now regret it and want to go back. I don't think that's transphobia. No one said they hated trans people.
Okay.
I knew we were going to disagree. So please gay community, don't cancel me.
So I respect your opinion, Kyrie.
Thank you.
And I'm here to tell you that, I love you still. But I don't think it's anybody's business to tell me how I should manage my family.
No, it's not.
Hold on, because you talked, girl.
I agree with you on that, but okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But so my thing is this: at the end of the day, whether you feel like if you feel like your children should not transition or should not make that decision at that age, that is all you. I completely understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with you on that because at the end of the day, that's your child, that's your business, and et cetera, et cetera. But for me, two things are wrong with this particular picture and why I have an issue with this. I have an issue because just like in the previously in the brat situation, people need to realize that narratives are being created on things that you say. So even though you may have agreed with what he said, even though that it sounded very transmissic, and I don't like the whole transphobic because I think that people utilize that and say, "Oh, well, I don't fear trans." Well, you're saying something that's homo hatred or hating or trans hating. So transmissic is probably a better word for this particular situation. But I do think that what he said was transmissic, and at the end of the day, it creates a narrative for more transmissic behavior. And if we, as the other part of the LGBTQ portion, don't support the T in our community, then we're not doing ourselves as a whole community justice. Just like we get frustrated when the white gays don't support the black gays, we're doing the same thing when it comes to our trans sisters and brothers and non-binary siblings. And so for me, it's not about if we agree with how one should handle their family. It's about whether or not we're creating narratives and what we say and what we like and what we share and how we navigate what we say on social media. If we're creating those narratives that is going to help those who are transmissive, those who are homophobic, those who are homo-hating, and all of those different things. So that's my whole issue behind it. And I do agree that I think that was probably a better situation that they parted ways with Dee Snider, because you can't say stuff like that. You just can't. And you can't agree with something. Whether you agree with it or not, you can't justify that for the entire community.
But
That's all I
said, but now Dee Snider said something about himself. He said, there was a time in my life where I felt pretty. I'm glad my parents didn't act on it. And here's my thing on it. The reason why I say about children, and I'm not telling anybody to do it, you do it to hell you want to do with your children. Those are your kids. Mm-hmm. My thing is, when it comes to kids, like I said, Jazz is 6 years old, 10 years old. Children change their mind. Today they want to be a princess. Tomorrow he want to be a truck driver. Next day he want to be a police officer. The next day he wants to be a cabbage. Next day he wants to be a Cabbage Patch Kid. Kids change. That's why I say I think it should be made by themselves when they become of age to make it. That's all I think. I don't hate trans people. I do feel some type of way about certain trans people. And I agree with T.S. Madison on certain things. Who is a trans woman herself? But yeah.
But that's not what this conversation is about. Like, we all have issues within our community, and certain people say certain things, and we don't like certain people within the community because of who they are, right? That we may not like.
No, not that. That's not what I'm saying at all. No, I'm saying at all. I'm saying it was something. T.S. Madison said something that I just totally agree with, and I know, and she caught flack from the trans community, but it is what it is.
All right. Well, we're gonna just agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I'm gonna skip some things who we're running out of time. Let's go ahead and talk about Abby D. Phillip, who is a CNN reporter, spoke with Moses Harper, a friend of Jordan Neely and a fellow Michael Jackson tribute performer, about her friend and his struggles with trauma, homelessness, and mental health illness last night on CNN. Take a look.
And joining me now is Moses Harper, a fellow Michael Jackson tribute performer and a friend of Jordan Neely's. Moses, thank you so much for being here with us. First, I want you to tell us about your friend, Jordan Neely.
I met Jordan. He was a teenager, and he was very excited about celebrating Michael Jackson's legacy. It was refreshing to see someone so motivated to celebrate something positive, even though some of Michael's music was way before his time. Not only did he appreciate it, but he was able to connect with different people from all over the world who were in mourning in 2009 when Michael Jackson died, and connecting and being kind and meek and sweet and open-minded. I loved watching him.
What was it like for you to hear about his death, to watch that video that we've all now seen?
I heard about his death in between doing outreach with kids in the Bronx. Someone who I'd worked with in the past sent me the story, and I was very disturbed because I saw the name, and then when I saw his face in one of the photos, I was crushed. I was crushed. And I did not watch the video immediately. I waited hours and hours, and members of our community, the MJ family, said, Moses, please don't watch it. And I waited. And then I said, I have to see. I need to see. And I was disturbed. I was disgusted that such barbarism could take place. And my heart bleeds that our human species can still
Kwame, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I was taking a sip of water, and I muted myself and forgot to unmute myself. But there's a lot of what I was saying is that this is such a sad situation because it's been all over the news. It's been talked about. A lot of public figures have said certain things. Let's see what they had to say about and how they responded to these particular situations. Check it out.
Hey, everybody. My name is Hope Giselle, and I want to jump right into it. Let's call a spade and just say that Jordan Neely was killed because he was a Black man in a public space with a mental health issue. His death was a direct result of the pervasive and systemic racism that exists in our society, and it's not going to be enough to just mourn this loss and move on. We got to confront the fact that Black bodies are not safe in public spaces, and we got to do something to try to change it. Because this incident isn't just one example of the countless acts of violence and aggression that Black people face on a daily basis. It's not just about Jordan. It's not just about this one incident. It's about the larger pattern of dehumanization and violence that is inflicted upon Black bodies in our society. Black bodies have and continue to be disproportionately affected and targeted in public spaces, and the statistics speak for themselves. When Black people only make up about 13% of the population, and somehow 28% of us are being killed by the police, it says something. And if you're one of those folks that doesn't want to just talk about police violence, let's back it up. Black people are also more likely to be subjected to racial profiling, discrimination, and harassment in public spaces. And according to a couple of surveys from the Pew Research Center, 62% of Black people say that they've had or experienced some form of racial discrimination.
Trying to figure out why people think this is all regular or this is okay. I'm trying to understand how y'all can talk about a Black man being murdered again in front of your face and be like, I mean, it's crazy on the train to New York. I cannot understand that. I cannot understand that. Someone here said we have to be the light in the darkness. Baby, we got to be the light and the lightning. Okay? We can't just light the path. We got to smoke motherfuckers out. You can't, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Whew. What are your thoughts?
I agree with everything Hope Giselle said. I agree with Amanda said. And I'm tired of the pilgrims coming on my TikTok telling me that he deserved what he got because of whatever. And I said, show me the foot. I did a rebuttal video. Somebody said that to me. And I said, show me the footage. You all keep saying he deserved because he was harassed people. Because somebody said he ran up on the right one. He found out. I said, well, where's this footage? All the thing I've ever seen him do is be Michael Jackson. The man got on the train. I used to work for the transit company in Chicago. So it's normal to see someone get on the train and express frustration about being homeless, just asking for money. The man threw his jacket down. You all say that's aggressive. But see, we live in a time now, everything is aggressive. Him being a Black man, he said something in a loud tone. Oh my God, you're being aggressive. I am hungry. I am thirsty. That's probably, imagine that's how he said it. And you all took that as aggression. So that made this man get up. Because somebody said, well, he was in the ex-Marine. He probably had PTSD. I don't give a, I don't care what he had. That man murdered someone and the police had him in custody and let him go. Why? Because like I said on TikTok, it is an absolute privilege and just glorious to be white in America. You can do whatever the hell you want to do.
And furthermore, to add on to what you're saying, first of all, I grew up, I was born and raised in New York. So riding the train and seeing all of this was not foreign to me. This is something that normally happens and typically happens on trains every single day to this day, where you have all types of homeless individuals who are asking for money, all types of performers who go on there and asking for funds if they perform, all types of TikTok videos, all types of Instagram videos that we've seen of people dancing, people doing this. These are normal situations. Sometimes it's you get your social media. The train tracks or the trains were social media before social media was social media, honey.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start there. But to add on to what you're saying in regards to he had PSD. You are trained as a military personnel how to navigate certain things. Okay, and so don't sit there and tell me, miss me on that whole he must have had PSD, whatever, girl.
PTSD, right?
PTSD. I'm hyped. I'm sorry. You must have PSTD.
But now, here's the thing, and like I said on TikTok, so we just gonna gloss. I'm not gonna say it was racial, but we're just gonna gloss over the fact that while the Marine was choking him, the Uncle Ruckus was holding him down so that he wouldn't move. And I think y'all ain't talking about that. I think they both need to go to jail.
Both of them. Both of them.
Yeah, we're not gonna gloss over that. I'm not gonna gloss over that. No.
Absolutely not. But we don't. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. All right, let me calm down because I'm about to get mad.
I'm already mad. Go.
Ooh, Jesus. All right, let's simmer some things down. And check out one of our sponsors real quick. To talk about what's coming up for what's on the screen. I've moved what's on the screen from the end before we get into the power pack because there's something that that popped up on the interwebs and Beyonce's social media that y'all need to know about. Check it out. Are you ready to take your streaming broadcast, website, or social media visuals up a notch? Pyro Media Productions is here with the perfect solution. From dynamics, design, and professional headshot shoots to family photo ops, they've got all you need for stunning content creation. Check out pyromediaproductions.com today and add that creative flair. Pyro Media Productions, setting brands ablaze since 2017. All right. Thank you so much, Pyro Media Productions, for all that you do. They make us look good. They're the ones that put this all together. So let's check out what's on the screen. So if you have not, I follow Portia Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she announced something yesterday that I was just like, excuse me? Check this out. Have you guys heard about Stars on Mars? From the red carpet to the red planet. It's a new show that's coming out on June 5th on Fox TV. Check it out.
When the future of humanity is on the line, a courageous crew of celebrities will go where none have gone before. Sort of. They must survive with no Wi-Fi, no oat milk, and no personal assistance.
Wait, what?
That means you, buddy.
Stars on Mars.
Launching Monday, June 5th on Fox.
Girl, what are you doing? If they take their asses up in the sky, I'm like, that's it. I'm over it. I'm gonna watch the first episode though, because Portia's on it.
I'm gonna check it out, but I mean, so who's all on here? Okay.
These are just some of the people on here. I don't know. I only know that this one is from Vanderpump Rules, and I know Portia. Everybody else, I don't know who they are.
Portia.
Yeah.
Is that Marsha Cross?
I don't know none of these girls except Portia.
Well, who's the guy in the middle? Oh, you don't know him either. The black man.
Did you hear what I said?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know nobody.
All I know is
Portia.
That's all I know. Portia looks good.
She the only one I know. She do look good.
I saw Nene in her comment section said, "I can't wait to see this."
Listen, I have no words. I have no words.
I don't know what is the point. Of course they're not going up in space, but what are y'all doing? What is this? Is this a game show? What is this competition?
They said it's a competition show. It's a brand new competition series.
Stars on Mars.
That's all I got. That's all they told me.
Well, I'll give it a chance because I want to see what Portia's doing.
Oh, Simeon says that's Richard Sherman.
Who that?
Who's I don't know.
What show he on?
Oh, he used to play for the Seattle Seahawks. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember him now. He looks very different on the screen. Anyway,
I got nothing. He's a handsome gentleman. I have nothing.
He
But
is.
I watch.
He does look good. Yeah.
I watch in case he takes the suit off and see body. So I'll see what I watch for that.
Okay, we need to go to commercial.
Okay.
And when we come back, we're gonna get into the to the power pack, and we're gonna do it really quickly because I want to see what Mother's gonna talk about because she is going live in 15 minutes. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. going on? We are Black by popular demand. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, please do us a huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. We do have some breaking news that just came in the building, so definitely hang on. So it looks like the CDC director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, is stepping down in June, the White House has said. Let me open up this article real quick. It says that Dr. Rochelle Walensky is stepping down as the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. President Biden said in a statement today, the CDC said she will leave the agency at the end of June. Walensky has overseen the agency responsible for much of the response to the COVID-19 pandemic since the early days of the Biden administration in 2021. Her departure comes as the U.S. is terminating public health and emergency declarations related to the pandemic, and on the same day, the World Health Organization declared an end to the global health emergency from COVID-19. Thoughts?
See you, girl. I got
what is wrong with you? Oh my God. Well, that's all we got. I don't know what else to say about this. Yeah. But you're so stupid. And here come Mama laughing too. Y'all are a hot mess. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and move on into load up this power pack.
That's all I got. I mean, she's leaving. Okay, girl.
All right, bye. Good luck, girl. Thank you for your services.
A year. Is it that stressful?
I don't know.
I
don't know if she's leaving because of stress.
What else she leaving for? That's that good paying job. What's she leaving for? What's she leaving for?
I don't know. Oversensitive? Oh, really? That's what they said. They cut her check. They did, Gordon. They cut her check. All right, let's go ahead and get into this topic. There's an I don't even know what to say about this situation. Like, I just watch.
We begin tonight with the story new at 6. A teacher caught on video repeatedly using a racial slur during a middle school class in Fontana.
Inland Empire Bureau Chief Rob McMillan has the video and reaction, including how the school district is now responding.
I was just thinking, dang, this teacher's out of her mind.
We're not showing her face or using her name, but this student, who is African American, says she shot this video in her language arts class at Sequoia Middle School in Fontana, showing her teacher using the N-word over and over and over again.
You asked me how to spell it, so go ahead and pronounce it. Pronounce it after.
She was trying to force him to say the word, and she repeatedly kept saying it, and she had a smirk on her face.
Say it.
And how many times did she say it?
Probably, she said it a lot of times, probably like 15 or more.
How did the issue come up? Well, according to several students, the class was reading a Mark Twain novel when someone asked the teacher about the spelling of the N-word. That's what prompted this reaction from the teacher.
The teacher got in front of the class and she was saying that this word is just an English word and everybody can say if she wants to, it's in the dictionary, and that people are oversensitive over the word.
What do you think about that?
Not acceptable.
Caroline Rivera has 2 students at this school. In her opinion, the teacher needs to be disciplined.
Of course. Pulling the teacher out. Maybe going through training again.
The Fontana Unified School District would not comment on whether this teacher was disciplined or not, but did provide a statement that read, in part, quote, "While we acknowledge that this derogatory language comes from a novel first published in the late 1800s, and that historical context is important to consider when discussing literature, the district does not condone the language that was used in the video or using that language outside the context of discussing the novel." We reached the teacher by phone, but she told us she did not want to comment on the video. In Fontana, Rob McMillan, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
So, what are your thoughts from regarding Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas?
I think Sally wanted to just say the word out loud, and this young man who looks like I know he's not Caucasian, he's probably Hispanic, and making him say it, she was getting joy out of this, and you can see the smirk on her face even in this picture. I think she's just another racist white chick. That's what I think.
I don't ever want to say it's on. I think we are. This is becoming a situation where people are getting desensitized, and it is affecting our kids. And I just gotta leave them alone. I need y'all to leave kids alone. I know kids can be assholes, especially when they start learning that they have a personality and they have a mouth, and they sometimes you need to pop them. You know what I'm saying? But that's a parent's responsibility. But you don't need to be added to the frustration. You need to be in decorum at all times.
But I think this is my opinion. I think they asked her about the spelling of the word in the book because they're only used to seeing Nigga when our people say it. So
I don't give a dang.
I'm just saying that's why they asked. They really did not know. And
you talking about the kid?
Yeah.
Children. Oh, I thought you were talking about. But she knows better.
I said, but that's why they asked her about it. And then she came in. No, say it. Go ahead, say it. It was giving her joy. She was like. She was getting wet. She was getting moist. She was like,
it's weird.
Say it.
It's weird.
Woo, say it. Say it.
Well, buy olive oil. We got to move on.
Too thick for that, but okay.
Flash and prance, honey. Flash and prance. So some Gwinnett County parents are keeping an eye out when visiting an area park after a man allegedly exposed himself to children at the park this week. Gwinnett County police have arrested 24-year-old Ethan Carroll, the man who committed the lewd act multiple times at Gold Mine Park in Sugar Hill on Tuesday. A mother who witnessed the suspect took a picture of him. According to jail records, Carroll was arrested Thursday night and bonded out of Gwinnett County Jail early Friday morning. Carroll faces public indecency charges pending.
Oh, child, I want to vomit.
Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you doing? Why are you bothering kids? What is going on? And he over here looking like Kirby. I don't understand what his problem is. I'm so aggravated. What are you going through?
I'm offended, and I wasn't there. I feel sorry for those children. I'm offended. This
is sick.
But why are you doing it in front of children? Well, why are you doing it at all? But in front of children. So please put him under the jail. Under the jail.
Girl, if he's fortunate, he will avoid jail time and just get because if he goes to jail, they're gonna whoop his ass.
Oh, they're gonna get him.
Well, they don't play about kids. They don't mind. They don't mind stabbing a hoe. They don't mind slapping a girl, but they will not tolerate you touching children.
Right. So he needs to go to jail.
Whew. Let's move on. Good luck, girl, or not.
Go to jail. Oh. Directly to jail.
Teletubby looking ass. All right, let's move on to the next one. Kid slaves. What is going on over at McDonald's? 2-year-old children were found. Two 10-year-old children were found working at Louisville McDonald's restaurant. Sometimes until 2 a.m. The U.S. Department of Labor said Tuesday. The revelation was part of an investigation into the child labor law violations in the Southeast. The agency also found 3 franchises that own more than 60 McDonald's locations in Kentucky, Indiana, Maryland, and Ohio, employed 305 children to work more than the legally permitted hours and perform tasks prohibited by law for young workers. Take a look at this hot ass mess.
The U.S. Labor Department says a McDonald's restaurant in Louisville, Kentucky employed 2 10-year-old children who sometimes worked until 2 a.m. and they didn't get paid. It's part of a widespread investigation into child labor law violations in the Southeast. The agency also found the owners of more than 60 McDonald's in several states employed about 300 children to work more than the legally permitted hours. McDonald's called the report deeply troubling. The company says it's committed to ensuring franchises comply with all labor.
Girl,
I saw this on the news and gagged. I said, y'all have, and then you're not paying the children, but they're children. This is my question. How did you all get away with this? Because I'm sure someone came to the draft and said, is that a child? That would have been me. And then operating the fry machine, cooking the food.
These are children. They're supposed to be playing outside.
I get them to go to school the next morning.
You know what? I won't play devil's advocate over here, okay?
Okay.
I think the kids should pay their damn way. Okay, they're over there taking up all the damn. The parents have to struggle. You know, they cooking and cleaning, do what they have to do. Work your ass to make some rent.
No, the parents.
All you do is sit in the room and play your video games, kids. You need to go ahead and start contributing to this household.
The parents clearly need a babysitter because they said the night manager, they were her kids.
No.
But at this particular one, because there were several franchises with children in them. I don't know. Did y'all have a board meeting and decide this?
What was going on? Earn your keep, girl. Go ahead and sweep these floors, mop these bathrooms, fry these fries, girl. No, you're not watching Barney. You're not watching Pokemon. Get your ass in there and put these sandwiches together.
The world has gone mad.
And fix the frosting machine.
Now that's what y'all do.
That's what you do.
That's what y'all do. Fix that ice cream. Yeah, that's what y'all do.
Since you here,
interviews Mondays,
and you Gen Z,
right? If y'all interviewing people, well, y'all got clean the clean the milk, clean it and fix it.
What is wrong with them?
McHiring. Yeah, children.
This is what gagged me. And this is what started the whole situation, y'all. Right here. So we stripping kids down? What is going on over in Detroit, girl? What are y'all going through? An 8th grade student at a Detroit charter school was strip searched without her mother's consent over a vape pen she allegedly never had. Or not allegedly, she never had. According to Detroit Metro Times, her mother is now suing the school. Take a look at this hot-ass mess.
She should.
Well, a 14-year-old girl subjected to a strip search over a vape pen. That's the allegation at the center of a lawsuit filed today in Wayne County.
Now, the teenager has attended the same charter school in Detroit since kindergarten. But after this, 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig tells us the girl's mom removed her and went to police to file a complaint.
The mother of a 14-year-old student here at George Crockett Academy in Detroit says what happened to her daughter over a vape pen was flat out wrong and humiliating.
She said, "Mom, they thought I had an electronic cigarette and they made me take my clothes off." I said, "What?"
Yvette Dinwiddie says school officials at George Crockett Academy in Detroit crossed the line when they allegedly subjected her daughter, an 8th grader at the charter school, to a strip search, leaving her in tears.
So she was totally embarrassed.
Dinwiddie says school officials at George Crockett Academy are aware that her daughter has been targeted by bullies, and it was last week Tuesday that one of them claimed that her daughter had a vape pen in her underwear, and she was allegedly told to remove her clothes down to her bra and panties.
The only thing I could do is what I did. Go to the police and try to get something done because I don't want them to keep walking around. I don't know how many kids y'all in here stripping.
A strip search is one of the most invasive searches that can be performed under the law. And here it was performed on a teenage girl in a school setting.
So today, attorney Hannah Fieldstra filed a lawsuit on behalf of the family against George Crockett Academy, alleging they humiliated the teen and violated her constitutional rights.
It's important for the school and the staff of that school to know the bounds of the Fourth Amendment and what types of searches are permissible under those types of circumstances. Because in this case, a strip search was not permissible.
Action News reached out to administrators at George Crockett Academy, but by late this afternoon have not heard back. Dinwiddie and her attorney say no vape pen was ever found.
Baffles me why y'all didn't call me, and I feel like y'all didn't call me because y'all knew y'all was wrong.
Detroit police confirm they too are investigating. In Detroit, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
Shut that damn school down. Shut it down.
Clocked. I gotta look at her face till she clocked.
She was pissed, and I don't blame her.
Right.
She had them cornrows ready because she ready to whoop some ass, and I don't blame her.
And I agree
Leave
with her.
these kids alone.
And I agree with her. Y'all know how many kids y'all done did this to.
Right.
I bet that's not the first.
But it will be the last.
Now,
I promise you that.
Now,
how the hell you gonna strip search a child?
But I'm glad I'm glad she told her mother, because some kids be afraid to go home and tell. I'm glad the girl told her mother.
Leave the kids alone.
That's sick. That's sickening. That's sick.
So this last story of the day, we got a speed through it. This last story of the day, I called it, and I slipped this one in. It's God's covering. So, Jesus, just watch what's going on here. Just watch, y'all.
By authorities. The boys boarding that school bus Monday and pushing past the bus driver and an aide on board. One juvenile carrying a semi-automatic pistol. According to police, the gunman put the gun to the chest of a middle schooler and repeatedly tried to shoot, but the gun was jammed. So the gunman used it to beat the victim, who survived with cuts and bruises. Police say the attackers then ran. This grandmother of middle schoolers said she lives in the neighborhood.
I'm just not understanding how these kids getting guns and stuff.
Do you fear for these children?
I fear for the kids and us as well. Because what if a adult would have stepped in and tried to stop it and the gun didn't jam?
Both the bus driver and the aide on board during the incident are so terrorized they've taken leave, according to fellow driver Martin Diggs, who's president of the union local representing drivers.
But they're afraid to come out of the house because the suspects that got on the bus, their faces were covered. So they don't know who these people are. This particular issue that happened on the school bus is one incident of many incidents.
Diggs said school employees are constantly threatened with injury because of an epidemic of fighting on buses and in schools. Diggs said the student who was targeted attended the non-traditional middle school program at Edgar Allan Poe School in Suitland. Diggs noted the school system has cameras in the majority of its bus fleet.
My God.
And those are like kids, little kids themselves.
Yeah, they were. They were students. That's insane. Where did they get the gun from?
That's what the lady said. Where are they getting guns from, Cheryl? From the ones that's refusing to do anything about them?
Y'all, we have a problem.
To the neighborhood. We know where they get it from.
Nothing but Jesus that protected that young man from getting killed, or anybody else that could have gotten killed. Because what if an adult would have stepped in like that lady was talking about?
Right.
They would have got hurt too.
I'm happy that divine intervention intervened and the gun jam.
I know from these pictures, I know that the parents know who it is. And
Absolutely.
They know exactly who it is, and they need to bring them to justice. I'm
you
sorry.
You know them your kids.
You know who's kid. You know them your kids. Whoop their ass and take them on down to the jail site and turn them in. That's ridiculous.
What city was this in?
I can't remember.
No, they're watching these. Their brain are not fully developed. They're watching these video games and watching TV.
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Valerie.
I don't know. It's a hot ass mess.
Yes, soon as cool. But now the bus drivers are taking a leave for you tormenting. What about the child? That's
what I'm saying.
He needs therapy.
Oh, Marilyn, thank you, Vovo. Good looking out.
Oh, Marilyn, thanks, Vovo. Hey,
hot ass mess.
Right.
All right, y'all. We gotta go. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. It is the end of the week. Don't forget to check out Thais After Dark today. It is going to be a hoot. It always is. Shout out to it. And if you haven't done so already, please watch last night's episode of Candid Conversations and the Cody Vic Live, because they were both back-to-back dopeness. And don't worry, I know some of y'all been inboxing me asking what's going on with the Unusual Mavericks. We've been having some scheduling issues, but we're going to be back next week. So don't worry.
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah. But we may not be live. We may have to do, just to avoid scheduling, we may have to do pre-recorded stuff. So just FYI, don't worry, we back. We'll be back next week. Sorry about all the craziness, but shit happens. Life be lifing. But thank you guys so much for your support. We love you guys. We hope you guys have a wonderful, much needed, much appreciated restful weekend. Rejuvenate yourselves. Get yourselves ready for next week, because we got a lot going on. And keep these kids in prayer. Not just kids around the world. Okay, this is crazy. This world is crazy. All right, y'all.
All right, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.
Y'all have a good one. And don't forget to tune in to Bullet and Flight for Dance Party Fridays, because it is that type of week. We love you guys. Stay well. Stay blessed. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. We love you. Peace.
If you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Pyro Media Network's YouTube channel for more awesome content. Plus, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss when we go live or upload new videos. Visit pyromedianetwork.com today, not just to check out our incredible roster of talented creatives, but also to gain access to exclusive bonus material available only to our Pyro fam. Show your support for this Black-owned indie network by donating today. Help us keep igniting brands everywhere.